Good afternoon, students, staff, and families, honored guests, friends of Earl Haig. And thank you for inviting me to this great occasion. Some of you may be aware of a recent grad speech circulating on the internet in which a group of some 700 grads in the US were told that they were not very special. So I've decided to take a couple of minutes to tell you 3 ways in which you are special, not just to your proud parents or teachers or your friends. First of all, you are special because you are the first generation of graduates to have grown up in a fully wired world, where using the internet, YouTube, Vimeo, smartphones are as natural to you as using a television or telephones were to us. What does this mean? Well, it means you're hardwired to the frontiers of a very new and complex way of being connected with each other and feeling part of a community. In the history of our humanity, we have always sought to bind ourselves together through geography or religion, landscape or learning. It's our nature to create such communities. But your community is now the whole world instantly delivered to you in graphic and sometimes very confusing detail. And what a world it is, a digital world of boundless physical beauty, of amazing feats of scientific ability, and the collective intellect and wisdom from every culture and country. But it's also a digital universe that offers no defense or context for abuses, terrors, war, and worry. You are special because it is you who will learn how to navigate and energize the digital world to represent your values and drive your goals. What is going on in so much of the world, and yes, sometimes in Canada, can be horrifying. But at the same time, more and more, we see young people like yourselves reacting to horror, social injustice, and discrimination with moral outrage and positive action. And you know that you've been involved in many social justice activities at Earl Haig. We see people no longer dulled by information overload, but rather energized to make the world safer, better, and more enduring. You are special because you have understood that with the great power of the internet comes the great responsibility to act. As a result, we will see young people like you of your generation all over the world taking positive action for human rights, freedom, dignity, environmental stewardship. With your help, we will all be in good hands. Second, you're special because you're Canadian. You live in a country that is widely recognized as one of the most diverse, tolerant, just, and accepting countries in the world. #1 in its treatment of women, from a survey earlier this month. A country where cultural diversity and harmony are not problems to be solved, but they are the common currency of everyday life here in Toronto, the most culturally diverse city in North America. Many of your parents sacrificed a great deal to bring you here and to see you cross the stage this afternoon in a country where optimism, hope, and financial success are possible for every graduate. And lastly, but most important, you are special because you're special to your parents, to your teachers, and to the many friends you have made in the last few years. It is these friends who will support and sustain you through whatever comes your way. You will need all the courage to be optimistic because it would be naive not to see that the world we live in currently has many challenges. You will all need the courage to be compassionate because the next steps will have some moments of struggle. That's part of life. But I assure you, if you stay true to your friends, your family, your values and beliefs, you will not only survive, you will thrive. And lastly, you are special because you are Earl Haig graduates. I wish you well. Be kind to each other and take care of each other.